confirm on this document is not there,
Yes.
but as far as my recollection, I was given that instruction and an
Okay.
email was sent to me. So why it is not here, I am unable to assist the commission, but it was given.
Thank you. To the extent that it exists and we have not been provided, I'm sure the Commission can address a request to Major General Suraj Bali or her office to provide it.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes.
Okay, can I just check? I mean, if you were acting on the instruction from head office, which is General Lebeya, surely the decision to restore or to return General Warrant Officer Sanda to Soki, as you say you gave that instruction, could also not be your decision, because first you removed him on the basis of an instruction we have established now. It would have been an instruction from General Lebeya. That's how you placed him somewhere else. The return, it seems to me that the overturning of that instruction also has to be based on an instruction from head office. And in your evidence earlier, you didn't speak that way. You spoke as it being your decision when certain circumstances happened. You made the decision that he should be returned. Can you just explain that?
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. There are issues that necessitate certain actions, as the Commissioner was talking to me. Instruction was that placed him temporarily elsewhere until the finalization of the investigation. But as we were proceeding, the investigations were proceeding, we could see that from where I've seen the last reports, I think, the challenges that we had, whatever was found, and then I took it upon myself. I didn't go back and request that, can I place him back? I took it upon myself to place him back. I didn't request. Maybe I might have contravened the senior's instruction in doing so, but I took it upon myself as the investigation was progressing, because the instruction was pending the outcome of the investigation.
Okay.
Before we leave this, I think it was Brigadier Nyusa General who said he came to you with a request from Warrant Officer Sanda that he should be returned to his previous position. And you did not want him returned to his previous position. You wanted him to go to the Economic Crimes Unit. And he never asked you for reasons why. He just accepted your decision. And I think, to be fair to you, I must put that to you so that you can respond to it, because it obviously contradicts the version you are giving today.
Commissioner, even if you say it contradicts my version, me, I'm telling you the truth. To supplement that, I'm telling you the truth as far as my recollection can. Earlier I indicated that Colonel Jacobs, I called him to bring Sanda. You assisted me with the letter here. Now, I'm saying, I don't recollect Brigadier Nyusa coming and telling me that Sanda requested to be placed back, because at some stages a decision needed to be taken there, and commissioners. So him saying Sanda requested to be transferred back, no. I recall saying to Brigadier Nyusa that the member must be taken back to Soki. And then when we talk about Soki, serious organized crime, the provincial commander who is responsible for serious organized crime units, which are 5 in the province, is Brigadier Nyusa. So if he decided to place him at the EPR, he should have provided reasons why he did that. Because I must say, we comply with instructions, And if you are not happy with it, you comply and complain. That is the culture of the police. You comply, then you can put a complaint if you are not happy with it. And I want to also indicate that I'm still under oath, then it's just that I'm being probed with this. If members are not treated fairly, like Warrant Officer Sanders said before this commission, in relation to that, he was trembling on other people's toes. The correct processes to be followed, he should have went to the DPCI judge and lay a
I'm reading
complaint.
from paragraph 55 of his statement. At some point, warrant officer came to speak to me about returning to Soki. That's the correction I wanted to make. I told him that I would speak to General Senona, who agreed that warrant officer could return to Soki, but not SANEP. General Senona said warrant officer Sanda must go to EPR.
Commissioner, allow me not to respond to Brigadier Nyuso's issues because I don't have that type of an affidavit. The one I'm having when I respond to the questions on 10.6, I will demonstrate what transpired there with Brigadier Nyuso. But I do not recall me telling him that he must go to EPR. It's me who took a decision to put him at supply chain. I was instructed to place him somewhere pending the finalization of the investigation. I agree, it's me who wrote that letter that you be placed here. But when we say going back to your office, interchanging things, it's not me. Because we can't transfer people without the authority. The person who's got the authority to transfer people is the national head.
Can I say, though, that if what happened is as you describe it, which is there was an investigation around allegations of drugs, that Warrant Officer Sanda is involved in the distribution of drugs, and you say, as far as you know, that investigation has not been concluded, as in he wasn't cleared. It would be strange to me that when you say he must come back to Soki, you actually are happy for him to go back to SANEP. It would be very strange to me that you have referred to what you say is a very serious complaint, and on the face of it, of that email, it does look like a serious complaint. And then head office, you say, says to you, remove him pending investigation. That investigation, we see from the last progress report, it does not clear him. It's simply, the only reference it makes to that allegation is we try to get hold of the complainant, and we haven't found the complainant. We have emailed the complainant, and then it then discusses his holding interest in other companies, and that's you recommend he be disciplined for that. Nothing to do with the original complaint. So as per that report, he's not cleared. And your evidence earlier in the day was that investigation, as far as you know, is still continuing. It's strange to me and inconsistent, the inconsistent that you would be happy for him to return to SANEP when he's got this serious allegation against him. And my saying it's inconsistent is to lead to the probability that it suggests is that you would have said he should go somewhere else because he's still the subject of investigation. Even if he returns to Soki, you wouldn't be happy for him to go back to SANEP because he's still the subject of investigation. So there is that inconsistency on your version, how you dealt with this. If your version is the correct version, then it's inconsistent in how you dealt with it, that he's not cleared, and then you say, well, he can go back to SANEP. I'm okay with that, especially because you're not acting on instruction. If you were saying head office said I must take him back, then I left it to Nyusa where to place him, I would understand. it's your decision to return him, and you say to us, he could have returned to SANEB. I don't understand it. Do you have any comment?
I get what the Commissioner is saying, but I think I remain with the explanation I've provided. I hear what you are saying. To the Commissioner, it doesn't make sense. But as we are continuing with an investigation, you see the complainant it cannot be reached out. You see, you are able to make a deduction as things are going forward, as the investigation is unfolding. So maybe to the Commissioner, it does not make sense. But to me, at that stage, it made sense that he must go back. And I must also bring it to your attention, Commissioners, that in terms of the capacity of human resources, we have a serious shortage in the DPCI. So I took that decision, and then if I made a mistake, I will accept my mistake. But I did take that decision, Commissioner.
Maybe then, thank you for that. It's your answer. Thanks, General. Maybe then we can't complete this discussion without putting this to you for your comment. Warrant Officer Sanda, you obviously have followed his evidence. That's why you're able to quote his engagement with Commissioner Khumalo. So you would be aware that where he spoke about this issue, he mentioned also that, and it was on probing when he said I was stepping on people's toes. He mentioned that he lodged a complaint, about exhibits getting lost against certain people, and he had listed in that complaint, I think the specific person was, I don't remember his title, but Hussein, if I'm not mistaken. And then in that complaint, the document that is before the Commission, there's a whole list of people who he says they came in, removed an item from the exhibit room, and then later on it's not fully accounted for. Now, the main person, Hussein, I think was disciplined for that. But in the long list, there are a number of people that I don't remember, but one of them, I suppose it stood out because the person came to testify. It's Colonel Jacob, one of the people against whom he was saying they took exhibits out, and the next thing, those exhibits were not fully accounted for. Did you become aware of that complaint against, maybe the general complaint about the loss of exhibits that was laid by Colonel Sanda before he was removed from this position to supply chain?
Commissioner, I am aware that there was a warrant officer who was charged, who received exhibits, who was supposed to send them to forensic, and he never sent them. He did whatever he did with them, and then an investigation was conducted. That person was charged criminally. I am aware of that person, but the list of people that the complaint was laid against, I can't remember now, because all I'm aware of is this one person who was criminally convicted, and also consequence management was done by the line manager against that same person.
Do you become aware that that complaint was laid by Warrant Officer Sanda? I'm just trying to find out how much you knew about that complaint.
I can't remember that one, Commissioner, whether it was by him or they established it when they did the inspections there. I'm not aware.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Just to close up on that, and based on your testimony that you actually supported his return to his previous post, Soki Saneb, would you, today as you sit here, if you are able to, would you support and motivate for his return to his previous post? That's Warrant Officer Sanda. Or have you changed your mind from when you first supported that return?
As far as I'm sitting here, I don't have authority to be a policeman.
It's not
There's
authority.
nothing I can do.
I'm not asking you about authority, General. I'm just inquiring whether if you had the scope to, would you support and motivate for his return?
I won't have a problem that he goes there because I said he must go back to Soki. My understanding was to his post, because when you are placed at a specific area, you have a post number over and above the issue of your service number, but there is a post reference number to each and every member.
Is it fair to take it, when you say you would not have a problem, you mean yes, you would motivate if you could?
Look, this investigation against him is almost 2 years, as the commissioners also advised me. And nothing at this stage positively came out in relation to that investigation. Yes, I won't have a problem if he goes back there.
Okay. Then the other issue that you wanted to, and I'm moving off this topic, the other issue you wanted to engage with during your free time was related to statements by Colonel Prinsloo, I hope I have the rank right, which you said he made shortly after the theft, you recall. You deal with that at your paragraph 12.1 and 12.2. I have extracted two of his statements. They are both dated November 23 and 25th, respectively. You should have a blue folder, a small folder in front of you. I have showed you these documents during the tea break. These are the documents that you want to have regard to, correct? The first one you will see.
In the blue folder,
The little blue folder, there are two documents.
it looks like there's one.
There should be at the top there, one should read in manuscript A24 and the other one A25.
We don't have A24.
It's just,
I also have 824, but this is the correct one. Oh, this 824 is the correct one.
A24 is the correct one.
Yes,
I think in copying, you actually then should have two bundles. They put them in separate sleeves, but he maintains that it's A24 you want us to have regard to.
Correct, Commissioners.
is this the one in respect of which you were referencing paragraph 7, General?
Yes.
Yes, Commissioner.
All right.
So we have A24, then take us to paragraph 7 and highlight what you wanted to address.
I wanted, sorry for interruption.
Go ahead, General.
Can I go ahead?
Please.
Thank you, Commissioners. I wanted to bring to the attention of the Commissioners that while the mind of this colonel was fresh, when we look at paragraph 7, the pages are not numbered. But he said, during the looting in July, I received a call from the district commissioner. Pardon me for not calling the name. To inquire if our dockets are secured, as there was widespread looting on the coast. I informed her that they were secured. I then informed her that we had a large quantity of drugs stored in the office, and I requested that VISPOL members patrol after hours. This paragraph, when I look at the statement that the Commission has given us, I've never came across anywhere where the colonel is talking to this paragraph. Then the next paragraph that I wanted to address the Commissioners is paragraph 10 of the same statement. Maybe before paragraph 10, let's check paragraph 8. My glasses are running away. Paragraph 8 is line 1, 2, 3, 4, from the bottom of paragraph 8, Commissioners. General Senona requested us to have regular visits to the office after hours. I think I testified previously with regard to this. I read it on record. The members then left, so I wanted that sentence to come again on record. Then we go to paragraph 10. He says, on 2021-11-0, did I say paragraph 10 in my statement?
Yes, you say paragraph 10, you say so at your paragraph 12.2. Where you reference Lieutenant Brigadier Naika and warrant officers.
Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake regarding the paragraph, but I want to look for it. There is a paragraph that he talks about. I said he never informed. Maybe I made a mistake. Apologies for that, Commissioners.
No, if I may assist, and that's where the confusion arose and it was necessary for
Yeah.
me to talk to you. That paragraph 10 is not in that statement, is in the second statement now,
Okay.
where reference is made to Brigadier Naika and the two warrant officers.
But
You have the second statement.
I don't have it
825.
here before me.
At paragraph 10, that's where it's introduced.
Yo.
Your supplementary statements reads as if they come from the same document, but
Commissioners,
it's different documents.
there is a problem here. When you look at the both statement, 825 and 824, for me, it looks like it's the same, but when you go to paragraph 10, there are two paragraph 10s. My paragraph 7, I think I made a mistake when I say 824 is the correct one. Look at paragraph 7 of 825. It's exactly the same narrative on both statements. I think
General,
that is,
if it-
I'm picking up an error here that I confirm that this is the correct statement, but the one I was referring to, I want to correct that is, it should be this 825,
Okay.
not 24.
Okay.
And apologies for that, Commissioners.
For the record, 824 is dated 23/11/2021. That's the last page. You see that?
I see that.
825 is dated 2 days later, and that is 25/11/2021. Now, I pulled up both because they are 2 days apart, and you said it's a statement made shortly after the theft.
Correct,
Yes.
Commissioners. I still maintain that it's shortly after the incident.
I don't have an issue with that. So,
Thank you very
So we
much.
settle
Well-
on 825.
Yeah, when
Okay.
we read paragraph 10 of 825,
Yes.
it talks to what I've testified about in that on the, can I read it on record, Commissioners?
Yes, General.
On 2021-07-29, Brigadier Naika visited Potchefstroom as he needed to inspect certain SANAP dockets. He was accompanied by two members of Pretoria Soki SANAP. I'm not going to say their names. Brigadier Naika then spoke to me privately about the consignment of cocaine that was stored in the safe at my offices, and it was clear that he knew it was stored by us. I informed the Brigadier that I was not comfortable with it being stored in my office, as the security of my office is not up to standard. Now-
I note, can I take you back to your statement, which